Dear Venetians, I hope our message catches you in the best of health and spirit. The COVID response team has compiled this video to provide some perspectives on the disease and the measures we as individuals and community can take towards our individual and collective safety. Even though the novel coronavirus is just a few months old, it has impacted all our lives to a very large extent. We feel its inconvenience and the impact it has had on our jobs, on education, on healthcare, in fact, on society as a whole. We feel its impact each time we consider visiting our favorite restaurant, or taking a short break to a hillside or a beach, or even just to go and play a round of badminton. The key to victory, the key to getting back to normalcy, even if it's a new normal, is a combination of awareness and action to understand the virus, how it spreads, and the simple steps we can take, be it wearing masks, maintaining social distance, or even just stepping out only when we should. Each of these will determine how quickly we are able to get back to normal. As a response committee, we are taking a few steps and also complying with government guidelines. As individuals, I request that each of us do the same too. There is much news, there's a lot of opinion, and countless changes of direction as we all figure out how to navigate this course. But despite that, I request that we as individuals take necessary actions and do our bit towards the cause. Thank you.
Hello Venezians, this is Asmita Dore from L1204, your secretary. It is said that self-help is the best help, and this statement needs to be adhered to now in this situation to handle this pandemic. Stay home, stay safe, get out of your house only when essential. That is the only way to handle this situation. Thank you so much.
First case of this virus was actually found in Karnataka, in Gulbarga, and as we stand today, there is a rapid rise in its numbers within Karnataka and especially in Bangalore. The presenting symptoms of coronavirus 19 or COVID-19 are myriad, and the commonest ones are fever, cough, breathing difficulty, along with body ache and leg pains. Now, fever can be mild to start with, but it can be high as well after 3 to 4 days, lingering on. You take some medicine, the fever goes down, but as the effect of the medicine is weared off or weaned off, the fever comes back again. Please do not neglect these symptoms, saying that I had a cold water bath, I got wet in the rain, I was sitting in the air conditioning room and hence I got a cold, cough and breathlessness. It may well be that, but please do not neglect these symptoms and take appropriate advice from your doctor, whether it's in Purva, AM to PM or elsewhere. The virus does not simply transmit from the road to us, and unless you are in contact with a positive person, it is very highly unlikely that you will be positive. It is only when you are in touch with a person who is COVID positive, knowingly or unknowingly, you may carry the virus at your home. If you do find yourself in a pickly situation where you have been in contact with a positive person, please inform the president or the vice president of the association of this being happening, and please quarantine yourself till further investigations and somebody will be getting in touch with you. The further testing will depend on what symptoms you develop, and it can be either managed in the hospital you prefer or in the fever centers, which is the closest being Yelahanka Taluka Hospital near the railway station. Wishing you all the best, and we take care of ourselves, our neighbors and the elderly people especially as a whole. The COVID Purva Venezia team is here to help you out in case there are any further cases or suspected cases. We are here streamlining the process for management within Puravankara Venezia. Best of luck again.
Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about two things. One is about the algorithm for the COVID-19 testing, and the second is about the home isolation guidelines for a COVID positive case. So when we talk about the COVID-19 tests, there are two kinds of tests. One is the rapid antigen test, which is a point of care test, and the other is the confirmatory gold standard test, which is the RT-PCR. Now, when you test positive by rapid antigen test, it can be reported as a true positive. But if the rapid antigen test is negative and you're asymptomatic, it can be declared as negative. If the rapid antigen test is negative and you're symptomatic, which means if you still have fever, cough, or sore throat, you need to send the sample for retesting by RT-PCR. Now let's see what are the guidelines for home isolation for a COVID positive case. The person should be clinically assigned as asymptomatic or a mild case by a treating medical officer. The person should have mild fever, which should be less than 38 degrees centigrade. The oxygen saturation should be greater or equal to 95%. It's important that you keep a pulse oximeter with you for testing the oxygen saturation every day. The age of the patient should be less than 60 years and greater than 10 years. The person shall not have comorbid conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, stroke, TB, cancer, or any other immunocompromised condition. The person should also follow guidelines of self-isolation. Home isolation shall not be applicable for pregnant women 4 weeks before expected date of delivery. The person shall agree to monitor his or her health and regularly inform their health status to the physician. Let's get together to fight this situation with courage, determination, conviction, and trust. Stay safe.
Hello friends, prevention is better than cure. Here is a recap of some of the tips which can be followed inside your houses. Wash your hands regularly, wear mask when you're going out, and avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Maintain social distancing, avoid large social gathering, exercise regularly and stay fit, eat healthy and nutritious food. Also make sure you disinfect common surfaces like the points where you touch, like your doorknobs, handles, and any metal surfaces which you feel will be a point of infection. Carry your pocket sanitizer when you go out in order to keep your hands clean. Stay safe and help in keeping this society safe.
When you are suspected to have COVID, or say you have symptoms like a fever and you want to be tested, whether you are COVID positive, you have to go to a designated clinic called the fever clinic, which the government has designated across Bangalore. When you go to the designated fever clinic and you have to go with a referral, that means some doctor has to say that please have a test done. They will test you out for the COVID test, which basically is a nasopharyngeal swab they take and they will do a test, or they have other tests right now which is faster. If in case you are positive, the expectation or the previous protocol was that you would be admitted into what is known as the COVID care center. That is, if you are mild or if you are asymptomatic. And what they would do is then they would keep you in that COVID care center for 10 days or so until you test COVID negative, or you basically do not show any signs or symptoms and are stable. In case during your stay in the COVID care center, you have some sort of complication like shortness of breath, depending on the severity. If it was moderately severe, you would then be transferred to what is known as a dedicated COVID health center. In the dedicated COVID health center, they may start you on low flow oxygen and so on until you get better, and then after your 10 days are over, you would be discharged from there. If your complication got more severe and your shortness of breath led to an oxygen saturation which was really low, you would have to be admitted into what is known as the designated COVID hospital, where they would then put you probably on things like high flow oxygen, and hopefully you would get better. And after your 10 days or after you're stable, you will be discharged from there when you become COVID negative. So that is how basically the sort of flow was, or the protocol was, till last week. Since this week, it has changed because the hospitals have been getting a little full. So what they now do is, if you are asymptomatic or mild and you're COVID positive, you are allowed to do home quarantine. And then there are, of course, certain rules about how you do home quarantine. I will now go on to about how the community can take part and how we can have volunteers. The best is to probably have teams, and these volunteers would be required for helping people like, for example, those who are quarantined, either due to with home quarantine or because of self-declared quarantine when they come out of state, so that you have the delivery of their groceries, of their medications and supply chain maintained, so that they don't have to step out of their house. And also you make sure that therefore they are kept in their isolation without any contact. You can just go and supply them the food and all at the doorstep, and there's no need for any contact with them. It is quite safe to do so if you just take some certain precautions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rajesh Pandey. Copy that loud and clear for Ward 3 and Ward 4.
Hi, this is Rajesh Pandey, and I am one of your friend and a neighbor of this colony. Simple steps we need to follow. Do not panic. Do not spread any false rumors. We are not fighting the patients, we are fighting the virus. Remember that the patient is our neighbor and our friend. Simple steps, basic steps. Just wear your mask anytime you go out. Second thing, do not touch unwanted surfaces. Do not touch. Third thing, go out only when it is essential and very important. These steps you follow, stay home and stay safe, you will be definitely not to be worried about this virus. We, Venetians, Venetian Quarantine Squad, Venetians COVID Squad, are here to make sure that we will take every step necessary to prevent this virus in spreading. We need your help at the same time.
Dear Venetians, Namaste and Namaskara. I am Shashidhar Patil. I will be addressing few points in taking precautionary measures while visiting common areas like lifts, lobbies, corridors, lawns, walking paths, Royal Mart, vegetable shops, and other common areas in Venezia. Maintain a minimum of 6 feet social distance. I request you to plan and stock your groceries, vegetables, and fruits accordingly so that you or your family member visits these shops once or twice in a week. It is very important nowadays to sanitize or disinfect the groceries or vegetables or fruits before consumption. So kindly use baking soda or potassium permanganate or running water accordingly to the food items before consumption.
I would like to assure each and every one of you at Venezia that all necessary steps and efforts are being taken by the MC and our support teams, including security, to mitigate risks related to COVID-19 posed to our community. We all need to play our part responsibly, collectively through the MC, through our wonderful volunteers, through our competent service staff, and even through the families, but also as individuals who constitute this cohesive community. MC and team will respond with utmost seriousness to contain the spread in our midst. In this context, it is noteworthy to see how many of our responsible residents decided self-imposed quarantine and did their bit to keep us all safe. Thank you. I wholeheartedly believe that the way we have been robustly and responsibly responding to the COVID situation so far, this attitude will enable us to overcome any challenging situation down the road, which we will need our efforts and focus. COVID is here to stay. Let us continue to do our part in keeping ourselves, our families, and our Venetian COVID safe by being responsible, self-disciplined, and supportive. Thank you for your patient hearing and understanding. Jai Hind.